Hello everyone. As a part of this video, I will be explaining you FIN5823 Week 4 DIS new syllabus. Okay, so the requirement is completely new for this activity. We are supposed to create an influence chart for a problem that we have identified for the organization, and then we are also supposed to write proper content that clearly explains the image that you have created. So here we are supposed to create influence chat. I will clearly explain you what is influence chat. But anyhow, it is recommended for you to complete these essential requirements, follow these instructions, and make sure you cross-check these examples and videos. Okay, so first thing, like what is an influence chat and for what we are going to create influence chat. You can take any real-time problem that we come across at organizational level while managing the business. So anything that problem that you are facing at work that can be discussed. Okay. Otherwise, you can speak about there is a company called Baker Tilly, which is a company that is engaged into advisory, tax, and assurance. So for this company, you can take any examples, any operational level example as an issue, and you can develop an influence chat. The influence chart that we are going to create is very simple and easy to implement. Okay, so make sure you cross check this example. Here it is clearly given, and it is all required that you register to Lucid Chat and create a diagram. If you are not familiar with that one, you can go with the Draw.io, the regular concept that we use, like Draw.io, which will be connected to our Google Drive. Okay, so it's a Google service. You better you use Lucid Chat, register to Lucid Chat, and you can use it. Okay, so to understand what is an influence chat, see, for example, our organization has some problem. Maybe like we received a lot of losses, or like we received very bad customer reviews, customer dissatisfaction is observed, or we are like out of the money that is available, though we have properly developed our budget plan. So these are some of the issues, maybe like a lot of errors in the manufacturing process. You can take a number of different issues that are related to the problems. So we need to identify root cause, and that root cause influences the performance of the organization at each stage. Okay, that is what we call influence. For example, if we have a bad performing employee, what happens? The work will be slow. So when the work is slow, the project will get delayed. When the project get delayed, it will be involving in a lot of costs, unnecessary costs. So when we have unnecessary costs, ultimately we fail in completing the project on time. So in that way, because of one particular thing, that will be influencing the other thing. The second stage is influencing the third stage. In that way, it continuously shows certain impact on of, like next processes. Overall, at the end, the organization will have a gross issue that has to be settled, like managed. So if you open this link, it clearly shows what is an influence graph and how it can be created. Let me show you in the YouTube a simple example. You take this example. So for example, organization want low cost employee to be recruited for them. So though we have very skilled employees in the organization, still if we took low cost employees, what happens is because of the low cost project estimates will be very incorrect because they cannot perform as a regular employee perform. They perform low, so the project estimates will continuously change. Okay. Then, because of the incorrect project estimates, mostly the projects will be unfinished or over, like a cost override will be done, or like a resource override will happen. So increase in like extra resources are required, extra money is required to complete the project. Otherwise, it will be left unfinished project. So because of all these activities, what happens? The cost overrun will be happening. For example, you invested a 10 lakh rupee on a project, and if it is like it ended unfinished, okay, so the project is gone, like whatever the investment we made on the project, it will be a way. So it will be considered as a project overrun for cost overrun for the organization. Okay, in that context, what happens? So these how like the low cost employee will influencing all these aspects in this manner. Okay. So this is how the influence diagram has to be created. So this is the problem related influence when a small problem is there because of which all these issues are happening. Okay. So next, how the solution has to be proposed. So let's check this. This influencing diagram is a solution to the problem. It is very important that we plan and recruit skilled staff, and it ensures that projects troubled or properly addressed, and projects are finished, and the less return on investment, whatever the like case, because of skilled employees we have recruited, what happens, the cost associated with the employees will be high, so the return on investment will be low, but the customer satisfaction will be increasing because of the skilled employee on time completion of project. What happens is the customer satisfaction will be increased. When the customer satisfaction increase, what happens, it is a possibility that customer will be retained with the organization, and customer retains the further orders, and because of that organization can make enough money. So this is a simple example. You take your own problem and you try to create your own design that definitely expresses the problem that is experiencing and different stages of influence. So let me show you and explain the example that is given by the like given in the document. This is a generic scenario of an organization. So what organization does? So it invests money to generate a product, and a product, by selling the product, we can get profit. Okay. So the key elements are product, price, profit, and marketing strategy. They are main activities that are clearly shown, and there are certain factors that will be influencing on each of these main factors. Okay, if you take profit as an end component. So if you cross check all the arrows, the ultimate arrow is on profit. So profit will be directly influenced by the product and the revenue that it is getting, then cost. These are the three main elements that are influencing the profit. Okay, so this is influence chart on profit. So product also influences the price. We mean different quality of products and different prices. The price will have influence on revenue and number of units sold. So simple, like when we have a smaller price of the product, the revenue will decrease. So it can be either decreasing or increasing. The influence is when the price changes, the revenue changes. When the price changes, number of units sold also change. Say, for example, if you are offering a product on discount, the total number of units that will be sold will be high in that way. Okay. So number of units will sold will be increasing. So the price will be influencing two aspects. One is revenue and the units sold. So based on the units sold, or like based on the units manufactured, the cost of the, so again, like sales cost will be increasing, units sold cost. Like for selling 10 products, if it is 10,000 rupees, if we're selling 100 products, it definitely increases the cost. So units sold is influencing the cost, and units sold is also influencing the revenue, because the revenue will be calculated by number of units sold into the price of unit product. Okay, so it got influence. In this way, we are creating a proper influencing chart. If you cross check cost will be dependent on fixed cost and variable cost, and units sold. Okay, so in this way you can understand this concept here. If you want to have a proper profit, you can say that the profits are decreased. So to ensure that the profit is increasing, to make it increase, you can create a marketing strategy, proper marketing strategy. So based on the market demand, market strategy can be created. Because of the market strategy, number of units sold will be increasing. When the number of units sold are increased, the revenue will increase and it will lead to profit. In that way, you can take any problem kind of issue for this design and you can explain. But see, you are supposed to create your own problem and your own solution, and it has to be represented diagrammatically. Okay, so here the end units, the main components are these. Maybe some kind of, I don't know whether there is a notation or not. So you can use similar kind of thing. similar kind of design. Otherwise, you can use the design that is explained in the YouTube video. Okay, so help yourself. Make sure you create appropriate problem. Make sure you show appropriate relationship between different stages and how each stage is influencing other. And it is important that you clearly show the problem and solution in your influence. Okay, all the best. Help yourself, team. Thank you.